There was a strange rule in this prison. Every new inmate had to have their hair shaved. This young man was sentenced to 6 months in prison for theft. After entering the prison, he was cautious and afraid of being humiliated by other inmates. However, his roommate, who had just arrived, was immediately humiliated by the other prisoners. To avoid the humiliation, the young man observed and noticed that one inmate often sat in the corner playing chess. That inmate had several subordinates around him, and it seemed that the other prisoners were afraid of him. One day, the young man deliberately walked past the man and told him that he could beat him in 3 moves. The man clearly didn't believe him, so he challenged the young man to try. The young man had always liked chess, and he really won after 3 moves. At that moment, the man became interested in this thin, weak young man. The next day, the young man saw prisoners preparing to attack his roommate in the cafeteria. Being kind, he immediately went to his roommate's side and pretended to argue with him. This scene immediately attracted the attention of other prisoners. The inmate who was about to attack his roommate had no choice but to walk away. The guards quickly arrived to stop the fight. The man, who had been watching, clearly saw that the young man was helping his roommate. He became more and more impressed with the young man. When the young man was released from solitary confinement, he saw his roommate being bullied by several prisoners again. This made him realize that his help had no effect. That day, the man called the young man to his room and told him that he would soon be released. He said that if the young man helped him gain his freedom, he would ensure that no other prisoners would bully him. The young man lay on his bed and thought all night. But the next day, as he was about to agree to the man's request, he was suddenly overpowered by some prisoners. Despite struggling, the young man couldn't fight back. At the critical moment, the man arrived with his subordinates. Once the man saved the young man, he immediately agreed to help him. 6 months later, the young man was finally released. He started planning how to repay the man for his kindness. Following the address the man had given him, the young man found a gang leader. He handed over the man's letter to the leader. After reading it, the gang leader gave him a box. Inside the box were money, a passport, and a handgun. But rescuing the man wouldn't be easy. So, the young man immediately found an arms dealer. Under the dealer's guidance, he learned how to use a gun. After a few days of training, the young man quickly became an expert. He then rented a sightseeing helicopter. During the flight, the young man took out a machine gun and threatened the pilot. He ordered the pilot to fly toward the prison. Meanwhile, the man also began pretending to fight with the others as planned. When they saw the opportunity, they immediately rushed out the back door. The helicopter arrived just in time. The young man opened fire to draw the guards' attention, allowing the man to climb onto the helicopter. Thus, the young man successfully rescued the man from the prison.